All right, now it's time for your favorite show. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio.
It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. You know him as a dope actor, Kevin D. Bitten. 360 twice jam, how he keep winning. And you know the baddest actress, Nikee Warren. She so bad you walking past, she had you speaking for her. If you ain't tuning in, this your reality check. You might miss out on your favorite star celebrity guest. When they celebrate, what you do, you get the bell, yeah. During Kevin's corner, get inspired and encouraged, yeah. Bend them corners while you listen, but don't swerve. Find out what's getting on Nikee nerve. What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? Keep on playing. Me and Kevin goes and we gon' get you hit. Yo, check us out on social media. In your mobile phone, we everywhere. You ever stations played out like a ringtone. Follow me like Bino R-E-M-E-Y. Bino Remy. Pop like Semi. And my flow hotter, thicker semi. Been doing this since I scraped up pennies. But back to the subject, Kevin Nikee.
We are back.
Do it the other way.
What?
Do it the other way.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It don't take much to make me laugh. I love it.
Yeah, so we are back. We are back.
We are back. Yes. And happy belated Resurrection Sunday.
That's
to
right.
everyone.
That's right.
Yes. The kids were out and about in all their bright colors.
Easter egg hunting
and carrying on chocolate all over their faces.
All over their suits
all
and
over
clothes.
the suits and clothes. Cake everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we definitely want to wish everybody happy Resurrection Day.
Yes.
And all your celebrating. It's cool.
Oh, Lord.
But don't forget that he got up.
That's right.
That's the message.
I thought he was going to say something.
I got to put it out there. He got up.
I was getting ready for him to say
You know what I'm saying? So we saying, we glad you had your Easter eggs and boiled them and all the painting and got your Easter hat, Easter suit, Easter dress, Easter sneakers and sweatsuit and went to the movies and had a good time. But don't forget that he got up.
He got up.
That's the hope. That's the hope right there.
And the mothers looking sharp in church with their Easter hats
with the big hat. You know,
big hats on.
Man, I used to hate sitting behind the mothers of the church doing church service on Easter. I couldn't see the service.
That's a shame.
You know what I'm saying? I got there early and still had to watch the church service on TV because I couldn't see the
those hats be big though. They do. They be super big.
Yeah, they be real big. It's like a hat competition.
And you can't say anything because they the mothers of the church.
They the mothers of the church. Yeah.
Mothers of the church. They gotta have the big old hats. With all the designs.
They got the flowers hanging out.
Birds on one side.
Bird nests on the other side.
You know what?
I got to church early. I can't see the pastor. I got to watch it on TV. So you know what I do? I get dressed up in the suit and watch it on TV on my couch.
You get on my
If I'm going to watch it on TV, I'm always watching the comfort of my own home. I got to be competing with all these hats, man. You know what I mean?
You get all dressed up in your church finest and you sit on the couch.
I sit right on the couch. I go sit right on the couch and just watch it on TV.
Okay, so what you do for offering?
For offering time, I give it back to myself.
That's a shame.
I put it in a plate and give it back to myself.
But you pass the plate around in a circle.
No, I pass it from my left hand to my right hand and then put it back in my pocket.
You know what? You're going to hell.
Yeah, you know, I better stop playing. No, I don't do that.
You better stop.
I don't do that.
You know, you got tears coming out my eyes. You better stop. You know,
I don't do that, y'all. For
yes,
real.
he does.
Anyway.
Yes, he do.
Anyway. I am actor Kevin D. Benton.
And I'm actress Nikki Warren with the tears in my eyes. So funny.
And this is the Kevin and Nikki Show on iHeartRadio. We are not only on iHeartRadio, but we are all over the world.
Yes.
You forgot yeah. So, you know, we just having a lot of fun.
Play too much. That's what
I do. Sometimes I do play too much, man.
You play too much.
The confession is good for the soul, bad for the reputation.
You better stop. You better stop playing.
Hey, you know what, man? There was 4 people who I never messed with.
Who?
God.
My
mom and dad. The cops and the IRS.
That's 5.
No, my mom and dad is my parents.
Okay, that's one. Okay.
So God, my parents, the cops, and the IRS.
Okay. No, you don't want to mess with the IRS.
Don't play with none of those.
Listen, a lot of people try it.
They try
and get away with it. I might add. We ain't gonna say no name
for a little while.
We ain't gonna say no.
Oh, okay. I know you're going.
We ain't gonna say no name.
Last name start with a T.
Hello.
RUMP.
Hello.
Yeah, some people do get away with it.
Some people get away with it.
I had to retract that, but anyway. But no, we just having some fun, man. We hope that y'all had just a bountiful and blessed and prosperous Resurrection Sunday. Happy Easter, however you celebrated or what have you.
Yeah, we hope y'all clean up all y'all trash.
Yeah, clean up all your trash. You know,
all that darn candy. But what's your favorite Easter candy?
Chocolate.
Of course, everyone's gonna say chocolate, but what else?
That's it.
Mine are the Peeps. I love the Peeps.
Is that the little foam? The
little foam.
That's the nastiest. That's the nastiest.
Oh my goodness.
That's the nastiest candy. It's like you eating.
I love Peeps.
It's like you eating a mouthful of foam.
I love Peeps.
They don't even taste like nothing.
Yeah, I love the rabbits and the little chickies. Oh my! I
can't
love
stand it.
Peeps.
Them candy.
I can sit there and eat a whole pack by myself.
Yeah, that is.
I love Peeps.
Cause is it a marshmallow by any chance?
It's a marshmallow.
It's a type of marshmallow.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
No, it's not a type of marshmallow.
It's a marshmallow.
It's marshmallow.
Okay, I got
in the shape of a
bunny or whatever.
Little bunny or a bird.
Okay.
You know, and it's colorful. I love Peeps. You don't like Peeps?
Nah.
I love Peeps.
I'd rather go with the chocolate, or I go with the boiled eggs. You know, I go definitely with the eggs. But them marshmallows, they just nasty.
I love Peeps.
To me. Yeah.
No, I can't do the boiled eggs. So you got the shells all over the place. You know how long it takes you to pick up all them shells?
I got you. Because people just be throwing them. They be throwing them on your step and all kinds of stuff.
Too much maintenance. That's why you go with the Peeps. All you have is a little wrapper and you toss that in the trash.
Yeah. You know, I used to love the Easter egg hunts that we used to do in my grandmother's backyard. And she had all these leaves because there was a lot of trees back there. And sometimes, you know how they put the little plastic Easter egg, maybe put some money in there and only be like 5 pennies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you thought you was rich. You know what I mean? As a little kid, that was big. That was a big deal.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in the projects. Okay. And we could not do an Easter egg hunt in the projects. You mess around and find something that you don't want to find.
Right. Yeah.
Mess around and find a whole bunch of them.
Right. You find some stuff
taking stuff like, what is
Right.
this?
Like remember Boys in the Hood when they was walking across the train track?
Yes.
They was like, man, that's a dead body. Man.
Okay. Mess around and find a whole bunch of stuff you don't want to find.
I hear you.
No, we couldn't do that in the projects. No, we had to do that in the comfort of our own home,
that's
like
right.
in the kitchen.
Hide them in the couch and the seats and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was one of them things where our parents made do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They always, our family back in the day, our parents, they made adjustments, man.
They did.
And it turned out well.
Very
well. If you couldn't have the Easter egg hunt outside, they had it right in your house and it was just as fun. And, we made do with what we had, man. And, and it was just great, man. But I remember
those our generation and the time that we grew up, that was a good time.
Because in this generation, they don't want to go Easter egg hunting. They want you to bring the Easter eggs to them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
While they sit on the couch and stuff. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah, it's different.
Must be something in the water.
Something in the water. Different generations. Yeah, different generations. But anyway, we always got a lot to talk about. A lot on the horizon. A lot that we involved in. So, with that said, it is now time for the many adventures of Kevin and Nikee.
Yes. Yes. Well, you know what? I'm getting ready to film.
Okay.
We're getting ready to film Pride.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
Working on my lines and my conversations and stuff that I'm supposed to be having. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And also working on my working on my accent.
Okay.
You know, working on that. My Creole
for the horror film.
For the horror film with a little bit of French. Working on that.
Yeah.
And also, over the weekend I was doing some work for our show.
I got you.
Yes.
So, first I want to say y'all got to hear Nikki's accent. It's phenomenal. She's worked very, very hard.
Yeah, I'm working hard on it.
Very, very believable. Very, very convincing.
Thank you.
And
I had a good teacher.
But you know what?
I had a good teacher.
My teacher, yeah. But anyway, you know when you ever watch a movie and you're listening to somebody give an accent and you can kind of hear them fluctuating in and out of the accent.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell y'all, you will not hear Nikee fluctuating in and out of the accent.
Right, because I have to stay in it the entire time. So
right.
Yeah,
well, no, what I'm saying is you got actors or actresses who try to stay in it the whole time, but some words, they just kind of gravitate to their natural accent.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it. They're not doing it on purpose. Yeah. They're trying to stay in that. And from what I've heard, Nikee rehearsing, practicing her accent, she's in that accent. It's going to really be believable and convincing. And, I can't wait for you guys to hear her pull this off. It's going to be great. And, so we definitely looking forward to filming Pride. Like I said, I'm excited about this particular character that I'm playing, because I got to play a cold-hearted drug lord.
He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes.
What song was that? That's some song you made up?
No, it's a song.
No, it is?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a song.
Okay, well, maybe I'll listen to that to get into character. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, yeah, some people do that. You listen to a song, you watch a movie, you read a book. You know?
No, you want to get into character. You better listen to some NWA.
Oh, NWA, or watch, what's the movie you said? New Jack City, right?
New Jack City.
And what's the other one?
New Jack City.
And Al Pacino.
And, Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Scarface.
Right. And then I'm gonna add my flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And look, it's easy for me. All I gotta do is think about my job and I will be angry.
Yep. Oh, snap.
See, we got something to draw from.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I was going to say that.
You got something to draw from. Just,
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
But definitely, your character is definitely New Jack City meets Scarface with a little bit of American Gangster wrapped up in there.
Yeah, I got you.
Because you are definitely crazy.
Yeah. My character is kind of sociopathic, psychopathic. And just, he's definitely not all there.
Listen, I was reading lines with Kev, and I didn't know if I was supposed to grab my shank or, because he was scaring me. I was going to grab my shank, like, you better get away from me.
Yeah. So,
Evil.
So you said you was, doing some things, working on the show. What kind of stuff were you working on the show?
Working on making sure that, working on our following for Instagram and working on our following for Facebook. So basically, I was in my webinar bag.
I got you.
I was in my webinar bag all weekend and also doing my lines and different things like that. So I was working.
There you go. That's
working.
That's it. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
So even while we're resting, we're still working.
Yep.
I was working.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so proud of our show, man. I'm just proud of it because, we have, put a lot of energy, effort, time into it. We didn't know that we would be in this place on such a huge platform, a worldwide platform. We're helping people with the guests that we bring on who are sharing pertinent information to help our listeners. We're helping people with Kevin's Corner, what's bothering Nikee, and just the whole experience. We're helping people. We're sharing our following with others. And it makes me feel good when you get a phone call and people are telling you how blessed they were, how the show touched them, or when we get when we get a report that somebody who came on our show got booked for a gig because somebody was listening. It's just and we bring on celebrity guests who are exciting, have awesome journeys. And the thing about our show, you don't have to be a celebrity, but once you come on, now you are. That's kind of how it works out. That's kind of how it works out. It's kind of like that comes with the territory. Yes. But anyway, because it is a celebrity guest radio show, that's what it's shaped up to be. And so we speak to the everyday person, to the person that's doing it big in the arts and entertainment area. For me, man, I had the opportunity to head to Chester, PA, and Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson were doing autograph signing, and had a chance to go. Michael Vick is my all-time favorite quarterback. I used to use him on the PS2 game Madden, just hiking the ball. He was so fast, he could just run around the screen till he ran it for a touchdown. And so it was like one of those things on my list that I could cross off. That I shook the hand and got the autograph of my favorite quarterback of all time, Michael Vick. And I told him that, and he was like, "Thank you." And I told Deshaun Jackson, "Man, it's good to have you back." He said, "Thank you." It was great, man. Now I want to say something, because my educational background, spiritual background, life experience, and my degree in psychology, I know how people think. I have a good foundation for knowing how people think. Okay. Because I know that there's going to be somebody out there in listening land that's going to say something about Michael Vick. Now, this is what I want to say, because I want to head everybody off at the pass. Okay? You're going to have those people that's going to, because you have those people that's never going to let you live your past down. You know that. That's just human nature. You see what I'm saying? And here's a man who, had his lapse of judgment, made his mistakes in the past. He paid his debt to society, even became a spokesman for, speaking out against, dog fighting and things like that. He even spoke at Pepper Middle School when it was open around that time, which is not too far from where I live. It was on the news. And he, was given a second chance by Andy Reid. Now he's commentating on Fox 29. That's what you call somebody who has changed and revolutionized their lives. Now you're going to have some people that's going to have a problem with me because I'm saying that he's my favorite quarterback of all time, and they want me to feel the way they feel. And a lot of these people who feel this way towards Michael Vick and the dog fighting don't even feel the same way about people getting killed. And then if you're going to feel that way about dogs, and we're not condoning it. We're not saying that it was okay, what he was doing. You know what I mean? But at least feel the same way about the chicken fights too. Because they've been fighting chickens way before they were fighting dogs. Yeah. And so protest because you know what they do after they fight them chickens, right? What? They cook them bad boys and eat them. You know what? I'm serious. They cook them bad boys and eat them. It's just that in the United States, we don't eat dogs like they do in China. You know what I'm saying? So,
we don't eat dogs like they do in China, but we darn sure need some insurance. I mean, not insurance. We darn sure need to put them suckers on our tax.
I got you. Because I'm a dog lover. You're a dog lover. You've talked about your dogs on the show, and I love dogs as well. And so we're animal and dog lovers. You know what I'm saying? We want to make that clear. But like I said on Kevin's Corner, like Rocky said, if I can change and you can change, then everybody can change. That's right. And so, here's a man that, and
I like seeing him on TV. Yeah. On the sports commentating with the others. I like seeing him.
Yeah, and he does a great job.
He does a really great.
Yeah, he does a great job on his commentary, man. So, I put the pictures up on my Facebook wall, and at the end, I did put a disclaimer: no dog jokes, no negative comments. Or the comments will be deleted. Thanks in advance, because
a lot of people like Michael Vick. That's why they came out the way they did. In support of him. And to get his autograph and different things like that. Yeah, you gotta learn how to let things go.
You gotta let things go.
You gotta learn how to,
especially when you see people changing.
Yeah, and when you see change coming, that means the person is trying to do better, right. And they're trying to be better. So don't keep punishing them for what they've done in the past. The past is in the past for a reason. That's why it's called the past. Right.
And something, and then these very people that want to be judgmental and make, punish him over and over and over and over again. Yeah. These are the same people that want to be judged by their intentions, but him and others be judged by the behavior. Yeah. When they do a behavior, it's like, okay, I didn't mean to do it. And they want you to treat them in connection to the fact that they didn't mean to do it. Yeah. But then when somebody else do something, rather they didn't mean to do it or did it on purpose or whatever, they want you to relive the punishment over and over again. Yeah. And it's part of our hypocritical humanity. You know what I'm saying? So, for those that, may disagree with my liking Michael Vick or, There's nothing I can do about that.
Nothing we can do about it.
But, Jimmy Fallon did say this funny joke, though, man, about Michael Vick when he's playing with the Eagles. You know how Jimmy Fallon do the thank you notes? Remember how so he said, they had a picture of Michael Vick, right? And he said, thank you, Philadelphia Eagles, for not putting the B in front of the Eagles and calling the name of the team the Philadelphia Beagles. It was kind of funny, but it was crazy. It was crazy. But Michael Vick is the man, and I was just glad to be able to meet him, man. Just glad to be him and Deshaun Jackson. Mm-hmm. So it was dope. But
what?
The only other thing is I had my fitting for my costume for the horror film.
I cannot wait.
And it's going well, Nick.
It's going well.
It's going very well.
I cannot wait.
The mask is coming along great, and I can't wait for people to see.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
Them things are crazy.
Yeah.
We can't show you guys the photo just yet because, we're still in pre-production of it. But you're gonna be like, oh my God, when you see this film, it's just crazy, and you're not gonna recognize either of us.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the things I'm really excited about. Getting in the costume and makeup and different things like that, where I'm unrecognizable. And Kev is gonna be super unrecognizable. Yeah. You won't be able to tell where he is at all, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
And this mask that they're going to make for my along with the costume is A-list. It's definitely top of the line.
Top of the line.
I just can't wait to put the before and after pictures of us up there. Y'all really are going to enjoy it and things like that. And the other adventure I had was it was kind of a negative adventure.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a Wawa that I go to regularly. That's down Center City, Philadelphia. Uh-huh. And of course, when I go down there, I'm dressed down. I got my fisherman hat on. I may have my black hoodie on or my black raincoat on when it's raining. And I noticed this pattern that every time I walk into this Wawa, this African American security guard changes his position to start watching me. Mm-hmm. So I've been seeing this over the course of months and months and months. Mm-hmm. So one time I went down there and when I walked past the window, I saw all these people who were at the cash register, and they happened to be Caucasian, about 7 to 5 of them, and about 5 to 7 of them. Okay. So I go in, and as soon as I go in, he changes his position to watch me. So he's watching me the whole time. He was standing in the middle of the store, kind of busting it up, talking when all these people were at the register. Mm. But then when I walked in, he changed his position and puts his focus on me. I let it go. So I said, you know what? I'm going back down there the next day, but this time I'm going to record it.
Wow.
So I stood outside of the Wawa and I started explaining, all right, guys, I'm about to go into Wawa, and I turned on record. I said, see this cash register right there? I'm outside. This is where the 5 to 7 people were. Mm-hmm. So then I walked to the door, and then to the left of the door is like this little pocket where he stands, where he can see towards the cash register. Yeah. So I pointed the camera towards that. As soon as I walked in with my camera, the security guard came from the back and walked towards me as soon as I walked in. You can see this on the film, gang. I'm filming the whole time. I'm pointing to where the security guard was standing the day before. I go mind my business, go get my pretzels, pay for it. The gentleman at the cash register was very, very helpful. And lo and behold, I turn around. The security guard is right there. Mm. So I stand at the door. I start, talking into the microphone. I get out about my decorated resume because I don't look like a multi-award winning actor and so forth and so on when I'm dressed down. I get outside. I'm still recording, and I'm saying, hey gang, we've got to use the power of our cell phone and our voice to stop this nonsense of discrimination and racial profiling. And I said on the video, you're not going to always be racially profiled by somebody of the opposite color. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's going to be our very own that's racially profiled. Whether they're doing it by way of the instructions they were given, it's still discrimination. And so I turned the camera around to reveal what I was wearing. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, I was dressed down, of course. Mm-hmm. And so I got the video. I've uploaded to YouTube. I'm going to release it. I'm going back down to the Wawa on Tuesday. I'm going to speak to the manager. I'm going to give him my business card. And I'm going to give a security guard my business card because, like Dr. Phil said, those that have nothing to hide nothing. I'm not in there to steal nothing. I'm just going to get me a snack and then be on my way. And I'm going to tell them about my experience, and I'm going to tell them if you feel that I'm stealing, here's where the cops can find me. Here's my information. Here's my information.
Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, I saw it, but I got a question for you. Why were you getting those nasty pretzels?
Them pretzels is good, man. Them pretzels. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Them pretzels are nasty. Don't buy nothing from Wawa.
Why were you getting them nasty pretzels?
Don't buy nothing from Wawa.
I'm like, I know he ain't picking up them pretzels.
You right. They nasty as I don't know what.
And lo and behold, you picking up the pretzel. I'm like, what?
Right. So
what, Kev?
So not only was I discriminated upon, I bought some nasty pretzels.
Listen, and in case you guys want to know what kind of pretzels I'm talking about, you know when you go into Wawa or another store, you got 2 pretzels in a pack in like a wrapper. Nasty, right? That's what he was getting.
Okay. All right. They probably was
next
that.
time, go in there and get a Kit Kat.
No, next time no. Based on my experience with the nasty pretzels and my experience, I'm going to 7-Eleven.
Go to 7-Eleven. Go to 7-Eleven.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to give them a chance. So anyway, gang, so I'm going to release that video so you guys can see. And listen, we're going to use the power of our voice. We're going to use the power of film. We're going to use the power of our radio shows to speak out about the ills of society and the social injustices that are going on and let our voice be heard. With that said, the super talented Bethel Bates is doing a documentary called The Condemned Free, talking about those that are free but are kind of living condemned sentences as African Americans that, you know, you're being discriminated upon, racially profiled, or perhaps they're being released from prison and can't find jobs. And it was my continuous experience. And, of course, us having her on the show, we said that, you know, I told her I want to do it because I want my story. And in the film, I'm going to dress down like I did when I went to Wawa. Yeah. And then when I run down my decorated resume, it's going to send a message that you can't always judge.
That's right. Just don't bring them nasty pretzels.
I will not have those nasty pretzels with me. I will have 7-Eleven pretzels. But anyway, we got some announcements. And then we got our super talented guest on the line. Man, y'all going to want to hear.
I can't wait to talk to her.
Yeah, y'all going to want to hear her story.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So what we got?
This is what we got. We got coming up. On Saturday, April 27th, we got 5 short films.
Yeah, and you in 2 of them, right?
I'm in 2.
You in 2 out of the 5.
I'm in 2. No.
You in 2 short films out of the 5.
I'm in 2 short films, yes.
Out of the 5, yeah.
Out of the 5.
That's good eyes right there.
2 short films out of the 5. Listen, I'm so excited. One of the short films that I am in is directed by Shay Fuller, and it's called Mama. Okay. Another film that I'm in, Super Zero, is directed by Eric Mack. And that's I cannot wait.
E-Mac. I know E-Mac.
I cannot wait. Listen, it's going to be at the Venice Island Performing Arts Center, 7 Lock Street, Philadelphia, PA, 19127. Listen, you guys got to get there. It's going to be awesome. Come on out. Watch these short films. And just have a ball with us. Have a good time with us.
And that Venice Island facility is phenomenal.
Nice. It's nice. Just in case y'all wondering, what are we talking about? What facility we're talking about? That is the same facility where Kevin and I last year won our Spiral Awards for Best Actor and Best Actress. Yes. So come on out. This Saturday, April 27th, Venice Island Performing Arts Center, 7 Lock Street, Philadelphia, PA, 19127.
And guess what?
What?
Word in the acting industry. You know how they say word on the street. Word in the acting industry is another super talented guy who we had on the show. It's going to be the host, TC. TC going to be the host of that joint. That's my dude right there.
Yes. Right. I cannot wait. April 27th. That's this week. That's coming up.
That's right.
So mark that on your calendar. Also, May 11th, Real Productions Film Festival over in Newark, Delaware.
Yeah, Newark, Delaware. Don't send them over to Jersey. You're going to send it to the wrong place. No. That's it.
Newark, Delaware at the Kirkbridge Lecture Hall, Newark, Delaware, 19716. May 11th. Come on out because guess what? Your girl is in another one.
You in another
Sleep is for the week.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. If the movie is anything like the trailer, and I know it is, and much more, it is going to be funny. Nikee, can we tell who you play? Or we going to wait?
Let's wait.
Oh, let's let him wait. But she does a good job of her scene. And I'm going to be one of the judges.
Man, why you do that? I was going to say, word on the actor street
Okay. What's the word?
Word on the actor street is, Kev going to be
one of the judges.
One of the judges.
I'm going to be one of the judges.
Yes. I cannot wait. Come on out. That's May 11th. Come on out and have fun with us there at Kirkbridge Lecture Hall, Newark, Delaware, 19716.
Remember on Bad Boys when Will Smith and Martin Lawrence was in the car? What? He was like, you better drive. I'm telling you. Now listen, Nick, I'm a judge, but you better bring it. You better bring it. You better bring it. Yeah. But I know you're going to bring it. So that's it. What else we got?
Next we have, listen, this one right here is, I am super excited about this. May 30th is the Positive Choices Breakfast with the Stars and Celebrities. Let me tell you, this is a day where Kev and I are going to be out and we're going to be talking to the children about saying no to drugs. And I'm trying to tell you, growing up in the projects, I got a whole lot of stories. I cannot wait. Yes. I cannot wait. Kev, tell me who we got on the roster.
All right, so we got legendary high school basketball coach Bob Hurley going to be there. Caitlin Rogue DeBellis, she was the hero teacher from the Sandy Hook Elementary School. She was the one that saved those kids by locking them, bombarding them in the room. She's going to be there. Derek H. Murphy, our man 50 Grand from Pots and Pans from the world famous Harlem Globetrotter. He's an actor. John Bell, famous morning radio personality, is going to be there. Shelley Bruce, Broadway star in the hit musical Annie. Jeffrey G.O. Owens going to be there. Longtime actor as Elvin from the Cosby Show, and the Have and Have-Nots is going to be there. He was my partner last year. It was a lot of fun. Then Debbie Duhamey. She is the traffic reporter for Channel 7 and Radio 970 AM. Then you got Andrea McArdell, actress, singer, and played the original Annie on Broadway. Nice. I'm going to be there. Nikee going to be there. The Kevin and Nikee Show going to be in the house. Dave Scott, NFL Oakland Raiders going to be there. Dr. Charles E. Lee going to be there. Martial arts expert and bodyguard to the stars. To Farrah Stewart, the 4'6" tall, or should I say short, college basketball star. She can ball, I'm telling you. Then Danielle Duque Kaiser, NCAA basketball record holder. Carrie Gatlin, North Carolina State women's basketball star. Derek Alexander from our area, TV model, movie actor. Alvin Swindell, former professional basketball player, actor, model, is going to be there. And it's going to be a lot of fun, man. We're going to go talk to the kids. Yes. And I want to ask you, Nick, how you feel about being a part of this?
I'm just super excited to be on the roster.
I got you.
You've been rocking with them for a good while. And just for them to ask me to come on board, I am truly honored. I'm truly blessed. We're all about the children and helping the kids out and different things like that, and making sure we try to keep the children on a straight and narrow. It takes a village to raise these kids. Right. It does. And I am proud to be a part of the village that's working very hard, overtime, I might add, to come out and speak to our children.
Absolutely.
And keep them going in the right direction. What's one thing that we know that can get the kids, because it's right in our face? Drugs.
Yeah, that's it.
Drugs.
That's it. Substance abuse. And then at the end of the day, we're going to have the celebrity basketball game. And I'm going to play again. And I've been training since last year for y'all kids. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not playing with y'all this year, because they were serious last year.
They were serious.
Yeah, they was taking it at us.
They were serious.
And then the whole crowd started yelling, overrated. I said, okay. Let me come down and hit a couple 3-pointers. Boom, boom, boom.
You get on my nerves.
Let's change the pace of this thing. Anyway, so just by further announcement, then on May 31st, we got the 12th annual Appreciation Day for Youth Academic Awards. Nice. It's going to be down at Dave & Buster's, 325 Columbus Boulevard, Philadelphia, PA 19106. All sports, 3rd grade through 12th grades, and you must bring your report cards. Players, plaques will be given out. Free honorees. General admission to be $10. For more information, go to retroactionsports@yahoo.com. That's the email. And you can call Jamal Green at 267-978-8100. He's a Philly legend. And we're gonna try to make it down there to support the kids. You gotta definitely do that.
To support the children.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Gotta support academics and sports. Yes. Kids that are doing good, getting good grades. So yeah, that's what we're about. And anybody,
coming out, giving up their time to help out these kids, we gotta make sure we support them.
That's right. That's it. All right. So then we got the Recession web series going to come up on June the 14th.
I can't wait.
It's going to be nice. Burlington County Library Auditorium, 5 Pioneer Boulevard, West Ampton, New Jersey. That's AMPTON 08060. We had Maurice Paramore, writer-director on our show. He's very, very talented. And this web series is going to be fire. Y'all going to want to see that. And we're going to keep announcing it and keeping you guys up to date each week. And then last but not least, got to continue to give a shout out to our man who's hailing all the way from Algeria, Mr. Chimsal Balarbi. He's the art department poster designer, and he designed our posters for the news and for honor. And I'm proud to say that the news and honor is up for film festival consideration in NYC. And NYC. Say New York.
You get on my nerves.
Now you don't know the words.
You better stop.
Anyway. But that's all the announcements that we have. And so we're going to take a break.
We're going to take a break.
But before we do, man, we got a special guest on the line.
Yeah, man.
Super talented young person.
Yes.
Doing big and great things in the industry.
Yes,
we're not going to tell you who she is just yet. Y'all know the routine. We're going to play a song. And then after the song, we're going to tell you who she is. You're going to want to hear her journey. You're going to want to hear her story. And, hey, she just might have some surprise for you.
Yes, she just might.
It's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We're on iHeartRadio and all around the world. We'll be right back.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and not changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat got all them boys cook. We're from dollar bills and I be popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance like, hey. Flexing on the ground like, hey. Hit the little John, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping the finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, no, we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming on my confidence. I'm blaming on your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow it down for me, baby. Cause I love the way it feels when we cry. Yeah. Our connection's so magnetic on the floor. Nothing can stop us tonight. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming on my confidence. I'm blaming on your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping with finesse. It don't since I've been dripping in finesse. You know, dripping in finesse with my baby. Oh, dripping in finesse. You know, girl, you know we got it going on.
Satisfy your sweet tooth with some tasty treats from the Brownie Shop. Fudge cupcakes, sweet potato pie, freshly baked bread, homemade ice cream, creamy chocolatey brownies, and much, much more. Check out their full menu on Facebook Brownie Shop or Brownie Shop 2019 Instagram. Get your next dessert from the Brownie Shop. Your sweet tooth will love you for it.
Urban Elite Beauty Shop is an online urban beauty supply store that serves both men and women in the urban communities. Our goal is to offer a wide range of beauty supplies at wholesale prices that encourage consumer feedback and building lasting relationships. We will leverage the exploding trend of male home beauty solutions, i.e. male units, balding solutions, and much, much more. Go to www.urbanelitebeautyshop.com today. Check out what the urban experience is all about. Man. Nick, you on the wheels of steel.
You know how I do.
I gotta give you your props. You be on the wheels of steel. You be picking some good selections, man.
Yes, MC Skillet be holding down on the 1 and 2.
That's it. You do. Yes, I gotta give it to you. And you know what? As I was listening to the song, in my mind, I'm thinking "In Living Color."
In Living Color.
Yep. Had that same kind of theme, same kind of beat. Real fun.
Actually, you know, he said he wanted to dedicate that to them.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Bruno Mars and Cardi B, right?
Cardi B.
That's it.
Cardi B. Okay. She hit it. She hot like fire
now.
She hot
like fire. She's got to stay out of fights. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Because her and Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj, they going at.
When is this saga going on?
I have no idea.
They throwing shoes at one another, throwing shade at one another.
Did you see that?
Yeah. It's out of control. But she's an excellent artist.
Yes,
both of them are excellent artists.
Yes, she is.
You know what I'm saying?
Both of them, yeah.
Both of them. Come on, y'all. It's room for everybody.
It's room for everybody. Let them tell it is not.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But yeah. So anyway, this is the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We on iHeartRadio and all around the world. And we are back. And look, we got a special guest on the line.
Yes.
That you guys are going to want to hear her story. She's a super talented actress. The very, very lovely model. She's Amajae Hardy-Jones. She has a very, 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 very strong theater background. You're going to be able to find her in feature films like Snow Babies, even in short films, and a whole lot of stage plays and much, much more. She is also an adventurer who travels over the waters, overseas, and she likes to travel. And she likes
like my kind of girl.
Yeah. She's into that stuff that really broadens your horizon.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and she's very, very talented.
Find out she working that passport half to death.
Yes, she's definitely working that passport.
Yes.
She's going to tell us a little bit about that, but she's a very soft-spoken, super talented young lady, and we're going to get the chance to hear from her. We are talking about, as I said earlier, no other than Miss Amajae Hardy-Jones.
Hi.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing good. Yeah. Well,
yes.
Awesome. Well, listen, we always like to start our show by thanking our special guests for coming on, taking time out of your busy schedule and, being so patient and things like that. So thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing with us and our listeners. They're going to really benefit greatly from you and your story.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're so welcome. And we got to give a shout out to your mom, Miss Tara Jones. You know what I'm saying? For being the anchor and support and your family and things like that behind you and all those that support you. Definitely got to give her a shout out as well. And everybody else who supports you along your journey.
Aww.
Yeah. Are we making you blush?
She sounds like she's blushing.
She's blushing. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Yeah, you're allowed to blush on my show.
She's anyway, like, oh.
I know. Yeah. So listen, look, we're going to jump right into it.
We're going to jump right in. We're going to jump right into it. So you got a strong theater background. So tell our listeners a little bit about how you got started acting.
Well, I really got started at the age of 14. I mean, I always wanted to pursue in acting. I just didn't know where to begin or how to start. So I really started within, my church because they are known for doing plays there.
Yeah.
Then I started broadening out, in the community and also in programs outside the community. So it's kind of like, I would say networking really helped, to get where I am now.
I got you.
And also just, doing a lot of research. I found, half of the stuff that I was involved in, I did research about. So mainly networking and research, and that, started everything really.
Awesome.
Nice.
See, it just really makes us feel good. Because like me and Nikki sitting over here saying, yeah, didn't we tell y'all? Every time we bring guests on that reiterate what we've been talking about on the show, you mentioned two big things in the acting industry, entertainment industry, and that is research. As actors and artists, we have to do research on characters, research on projects, research on directors. Directors love it when you come in and have a basis for knowing about their stuff.
Absolutely.
That stuff can get you cast. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then you also mentioned networking. We talk about how this is a relationship-driven business. So great stuff. You're on the right track, going in the right direction.
Yes. So then, so you're in theater and are you doing films as well, right?
Yes, I am.
Nice. Okay, so you started out in theater, you started out in church. I started out in church. So, church is good for putting on productions and different things like that. You can get a really good start. Singers get started out of church and different things like that.
Absolutely.
So you started out in theater and now you're in film. How hard was it for you to transition from theater to film?
Well, to be honest, it is kind of challenging because the theater and film, they're two completely different worlds.
Awesome.
As theaters, there's a stage and there's an audience, and there's a different type of feeling, I would say, or connection you would have with the audience and your character. But with film, it's kind of, I want to say, a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
But in a sense, theater is personal as well, but it's on a whole other scale, I would say.
Yeah.
But the theater world is kind of more dramatic and more, you got to be kind of on your toes more.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
So you got to be quick with correcting yourself and quick with, being able to, make sure you don't make mistakes, make sure you, be careful of other people's lines. But with film, I would say I want to say film is more relaxed. It's kind of, you have the camera really close to your face, but it's kind of not as, dramatically portrayed.
I got you. Awesome. Yeah. Now, like I said, Nikki has a very, very strong theater background. I only have one theater credit on my resume. I'm primarily filming TV, but I learned from Nikki and I learned from our guests like you. And from what I've learned is that in theater, you have to project out because the person that's sitting in the last row has to be able to hear you
in the balcony.
And in film, you kind of have to project inward because the person's kind of standing right in front of you. Kind of what you said. How was it? You made your projection out in theater, and now in film, you don't have to yell as much, or not really yell or project as much. How difficult a transition was that?
For me, it's kind of tricky because I've been doing theater for the past 3 years now.
Okay.
And I'm literally just transitioning into film.
Okay.
So there's the little voice in the back of my head saying, "Okay, Amajae, just don't do it over dramatic. Just be act as though you're having a conversation.
Right.
Try to lower down your voice and everything."
Right.
Yeah.
And you have a supporting cast and crew to tell you, what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So that helps in a sense. But kind of just remind yourself. I have to remind myself in those moments to, to kind of pipe down a little bit more, kind of make it, make my actions not as big, but make them known.
Right, got you.
But,
I like that.
Something along those lines.
I love that. Make your actions not as big, but make them known. And the great John Kenneth McGregor said, it is the job of the actor to be seen and heard.
That's right.
And that's, so that's great. And, some of the terminology that you're using is like right on point, because you don't want to be in front of the film like, what do you mean, huh? I am not yelling, you know what I'm saying? like you in a Shakespearean play and stuff like that. But you mentioned a very key point, being able to take adjustments. Yeah. You have to, as an actor, we have to be able to take adjustments. So whatever preparation we've had, when a director says, okay, great, I just want you to lower your voice just a little bit. Yeah. You got to be able to lower your voice just a little bit.
Yeah. You have to be able to make that adjustment. And that's very important if you're trying to transition from theater to film.
Right. Gotcha.
Because like you said, theater is amplifying your voice. Right. As where film is like bringing it in. You gotta bring it in. You gotta bring it into right here. You know what I mean? So that's very important. That's very important. So so you're in films. So tell our listeners a little bit about some of the films you've done so far.
Or have upcoming.
Okay, well, I actually, a couple weeks ago, I just shot my first scene with a film by David Thompson. It's called Stationary or Mobile. Okay. It's basically about, teenagers and their cell phones and how it's over-obsessive, all those types of things. But I played a character named Juanita. She is a teenage girl who's kind of in this group in which, it's kind of like therapy away from your phone. Okay. Well portrayed. So it's like a whole group of kids, and we're basically having a therapy session. So it's not mainly Juanita's story, it's everyone's story. Okay. So, I actually got done that not too long ago. It was really exciting. I enjoyed that a lot.
Okay.
I'm also involved in another film. It's a anti-bullying project film. Basically talks about the importance of bullying and how to prevent it and how to go about it and everything. Surprisingly, I play a bully. That's kind of like outside my comfort zone because I'm not really much of a bully.
No, we can't see you as a bully. No, not Amajae. Oh, no. You too soft spoken. You be like, she be like, give me this money. Yeah, I got you. Awesome. Wow.
So like as an actor, you got to branch out from your comfort zone. So doing that role really, it made me see what I'm, capable of doing and what I can branch out to do really.
Right. Awesome. And that's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, we, Nikee and I had the chance to film with David Thompson in a movie, short film, hasn't been released yet, called Parental Suggestions Are Advised. Yes. And I played Deuce. And what character did you play?
I was a therapist.
You played a therapist.
Yeah, I was a therapist.
Yeah, David Thompson is a super talented director. Cool, down to earth brother. He is. Yes, so fun to be around, so fun to work with. And so when you mentioned David Thompson, I said I know exactly what you're talking about. And but and I love, one of the things I love about David is he tells stories with a youth bent to it. Yeah, he wants to tell you guys story and give you guys a voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I think that's awesome what he does. And I love what you said. You're so soft spoken. And I just cannot, see you definitely not in real life playing a bully. Like you'd be the one be like, give me your lunch money. You know what I mean? Like that. So, but I like what you said. You want the challenge of taking on that character that's not you and creating it. And that's the job of the actor. Like when I was playing ball, I wanted to go where the best players were playing. And like what you're saying is, as an actor, I want the roles that's going to stretch me and challenge me. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to you doing a great job. We know you're going to do a great job. And I know we're going to be sitting there like, now that ain't Amajae.
That is not Amajae. That is not Amajae.
She don't be fighting like that.
All right, so listen. All right, so Amajae, I have to ask you. All right, now we ain't gonna tell nobody. It's just gonna be between me, you, and Kev. Okay,
and the thousands of listeners around the world. Yeah.
See, he always got to, Okay. So, which do you like best? Film or theater?
Okay. So, I think just because of my background, I am more drawn to film. Theater.
Okay.
Okay.
And why? Not only because I've been involved with it for so long, it's just something, I don't know, it's a feeling inside that I get when either watching or being involved in theater.
Okay.
I don't know, it's this type of this joy, I guess it's like fulfillment in some sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, oh my gosh, this is what I really love to do. I really want to do that. It's kind of in that sense. Film is something that, actors do as well. They kind of balance from both film and theater. So I kind of wanted to, in a sense, experiment with it.
Okay.
And, I like that as well. I'm not going to lie. I like film as well. It's just that I started with theater and that's what I've been automatically, attached with.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, film is not bad. I'm not going to, diss filming, but yeah, theater's where it's at for me.
Okay. Now, what is one theater production you have not done, but it is your dream to do?
Oh my goodness. I know, well, this is something that I know, but I want to be involved. It's a Broadway play. It's called Once on This Island.
Oh, okay.
Incredible. I love the backgrounds of the story. I love the people who are a part of it. And I just love how it's from it's a nationality based play, so it's based off of the Caribbean and Jamaica and all that type of stuff. And I don't know, that's kind of it draws me in because they have their accents and their dancing. It is just something that draws me in. It's unlike any play I've ever seen in the past before, and just the music is just so vibrant and alive to me. So that's a play that I strongly wanted to be in for a very long time now. So I'm kind of, still hoping there might be an opening call.
There you go. That's right.
Nice.
Well, here's the thing. Since we put it out in the atmosphere, it's already lining itself up.
Nice.
Just keep working while you're waiting until it catches up with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. I like that. So we are going to put you on the spot. If I was Spike Lee and Nikee was Ava DuVernay, and we asked you, we have a big project that we would like to cast you right now.
Okay.
If you can do a 1 to 2 minute monologue, and we said, take it away.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess, I can do something.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. We got Spike and Ava here. Let's hear it.
Okay. All right, hold on. All right. Is there any time, any moment I can just go in?
Go right on in.
All right. In America, a girl can be crowned a princess for her grace and for her beauty. But you see an Aztec princess. She's chosen for her blood. Fight for her own. This is Poppy and his father. They fought against those who say that we are less than what they are. Who say we are equal in both beauty and in blessing. It was the first day of school. I was waiting for my father to take me to the bus. And now I saw the war for the first time. My son Roberto, he was just standing there. He was standing there in the street. And they drove by and they shot him. They shot him as if his life was worth nothing. And then they had the audacity to drive away. The police took my father for retaliation. He was innocent. But they took him and they locked him up because he was respected by my people. They call my people the gang because we fight for America. When I got initiated into the gang life, I became third generation. If they beat you, so you won't break. They are my family. See, in Long Beach, it all comes down to what you look like. It doesn't matter if you're black, Latino, or Asian. You still get blasted anytime you walk out that door. We all fight each other over territory. We kill each other over race, pride, and respect. And we fight for what's ours. War has been declared. That's it.
Nah,
she get the bell. Yeah.
You know what? And that's funny because what she was saying was tied right into
what I was talking about at the beginning of the show.
In the beginning of the show. Wow. That's amazing.
That's
that's you know what? See, that's why I would cast her.
Right. You see, now listen, you would have gotten cast right away. You would have gotten cast. You would have gotten cast right away.
Yep.
And like I said, when and this is what your monologue, like Nick just said, was what I was talking about
earlier in the show,
and it tied right on. And you did a phenomenal job, and that was awesome.
And you know how directors be looking for different things.
Yeah.
So she would have gotten a thumbs up from you and cast from you just based on the virtue of that y'all on the same path.
Right.
You're on the same thought path.
Right. That's right. And not only the connection she made with my personal story. Yep. But the fact that she was able to do it, Johnny, on the spot.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's amazing that she chose that mindset.
Yeah. Excellent job. My only critique, I got to give you one critique.
She got to get the bell again first.
But you're going to give me the bell first.
She get the bell again.
The only critique I would give you is like when the director says, give me a monologue, don't ask no questions. Just go right on into it.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll definitely make note of that.
Everything else was perfect. Like, don't even say, do you want me to start now? Just say, okay, and go right into it.
Okay.
That's
it.
Good.
That was powerful. That was great.
Good.
You got cast though.
That was very good. I loved it.
Yeah.
Very good.
And listen, the reason why I shared that with, remember we had Atif Lanier. Atif Lanier is a decorated actor who we had on the show. And remember the guy from Fast 8 said, give me a monologue right now. And he said, which one you want me? He started asking questions. He said, no, you're not serious.
Yeah.
That's why I shared that with her.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Very good job.
You did a phenomenal job. Awesome.
I love it. Love everything about it.
Awesome. I'm sitting up there like, I got dust in my eyes because, man, she's telling my story. I got a little dust in my eyes like Jamie Foxx said on Annie. I got dust in my eyes.
Yes,
man.
yes. You better
she's telling my story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very good.
Very good, excellent. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
Very good. So now you also were in a film called Snow Babies.
Yeah.
Tell our listeners a little bit about that and what your character was, but don't give it away. Don't give it away, but tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I wasn't very much a character in this. I was kind of, in the extra kind of area.
Okay.
But, experience is experience, so I learned from that. So it was really cool. The storyline is basically talking about the heroin epidemic that's happening.
Okay.
Mainly targeting our teens, really. And the story kind of surrounds a young teenage girl. She's kind of going through everything with heroin and hiding it from her family.
Okay.
And all that type of stuff, and how it's kind of consuming her in a sense.
Yeah.
But, the story ultimately turns to good, but without getting so much away, I feel like I already did. But,
no, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But, the story is a really good story, and I believe a lot of people, targeting teens mainly talking about teens, should watch it. I've learned a lot just by, being surrounded by, the cameraman and the other actors involved in it, and, hearing how they got started and how their techniques of acting. It really, benefited me as well from my learning experience.
Right. Awesome.
Nice.
Well, look, I'm also in Snow Babies as well. I played a drunk. I play a drunkard. You're probably not going to recognize me. Yeah, but I play a drunkard in one of the scenes. And I definitely have to give a shout out to my friends, Bridget Smith, director Bridget Smith, who's a super talented director, Mike Walsh, who's the writer of Snow Babies and Seventh Secret. And then we got to give a shout out to my man, 50 Grand, Pots and Pans, Roy Koryakin, and the whole entire cast and crew. They are good people. They're super talented. They did Seventh Secret with, Natasha Henstridge was in there. And I was in one of the scenes as well, and I'm in Snow Baby. So yeah, you hit the theme of the movie right on the nose. And I gotta ask you this, Amajae, because I don't know if you know this, or maybe you know it, maybe you don't know this. I noticed that a lot of the projects that you maybe gravitate to, adhere to, have to do with social change. Your monologue was about social consciousness, or should I say? Is that, do you have a gravitation to social conscious projects, or you just find yourself in it? Or could it just be that your positive energy is gravitating to help tell the story? What would you say?
Wow. Now looking back at it, I have been involved in a lot of films in regards to social change.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm just telling you something I kind of see and sense. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even realize that.
Well, you got your epiphany right here on the Kevin and Nikee show. So now you know that you are an agent of social change.
You know
but you know what though? That's it. That's it right there. You know what I mean? It was meant for me to say that. You know what I mean?
My nerves.
She is an agent of social change. She's going to bring social change in the world, social consciousness by her acting and all that stuff, because she's already doing it. Mm-hmm. So that monologue was powerful, man.
That monologue was powerful.
That was a social awareness monologue.
That monologue was very powerful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
Nice. So what do you have coming up now? What you got on the table now?
Wait, before you answer, I know she's going to play my daughter in Grace and Mercy.
You know what?
She's going to play my daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, she's going to play my daughter in Grace and Mercy.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Grace and Mercy.
Yeah.
Okay, without giving it away.
We can't give nothing away.
We can't give nothing away these days. Without giving away, tell our listeners a little bit about your character in Grace and Mercy. Now, we already know you got your father right here.
Yeah.
So tell our listeners a little bit about Grace and Mercy, what you're going to be doing in that.
Okay, well, the role I play, her name is Sierra. She's kind of, surprisingly, is the bully, or a bully in a sense towards two of the main characters in the play. You know, the title Grace and Mercy, it kind of, you know, in a sense, it really ties into the plot line. I believe that's such an amazing and strong title in a sense. I'm trying not to give so much away.
Right.
But in a sense, you know, there's a sense of reconciliation and kind of acceptance that kind of goes on in the plot line. And it's kind of that idea of once coming into reconciliation, well, in regards to my character, there's a sense that, you know, she kind of realizes what she does and how kind of, in a sense, what goes around comes around.
Okay.
So you got to be careful in regards to, you know, what you say and how your words can, you know, hurt other people and, you know, without giving away.
Right. See that social change again, social consciousness, social change.
Yeah. Because I'm in that as well, so I understand fully about what she's saying with what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm not going to say what I do, nor what my children do, but I'm just saying I understand what she's saying.
Yeah, awesome. We definitely looking forward to filming.
Yes, definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. So, Amajae, I was reading. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And just remember, no theater yelling, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
No, you get on my nerves.
So now just...
Don't worry, I'll subconsciously remember that.
There you go. But I read your bio is very extensive. And you talked about how you traveled overseas and your experiences over there. Please tell our listeners about that experience and some of the things you did. I think you were scuba diving and stuff like that. Yeah. Please tell our listeners about that experience. How did you get involved in that? And what did you guys do when you went over there?
Just in Belize?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think you traveled to I think it was another country. I think it was.
She said Belize or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I'll start with Costa Rica because that's when I actually started with scuba diving and everything.
Okay.
I'll talk about that one first.
Okay.
Actually, I was able to go to Costa Rica just through the Girl Scout troop. I was a part of the Girl Scout troop a couple years ago. And they do these things called destinations where you raise enough cookie money and the money can contribute to your trip. In that sense, that's how I got started. Luckily, I didn't go by myself. I was with my older sister at the time. Wasn't ready to branch out on my own yet. But while we were there, we were doing a sea turtle conservation and a scuba diving lesson, in a sense. So while we were there, it was a really good program that basically educated us on the endangerment of sea turtles, how to prevent it, how to go about it. and we were able to, help with the organization there that was helping to save sea turtles. So that was a really great experience.
Okay.
While there, we were able to go to the towns in Costa Rica. We got to meet a lot of new people. We went to school. We just did, a lot. We learned about their culture, what they do, how they go about their daily lives. It was really educational in my sense.
Mm-hmm.
And, while we were there also, we did scuba diving. I believe that was the highlight of my entire trip. Just to be able to realize that under, in the sea, there's like really a whole other world we don't know about. And, even though it's kind of, in my experience, when I did it first, it was very scary because, you're basically relying on a tank of air.
Yeah. And
that kind of, in a sense, scared me. But I don't know, when I was underwater, I remember a sense of, peace and calm, and it wasn't so noisy. It was really calming in a sense. And, ever since then, I've remembered that, and that's kind of, what made me conquer my fear and just, allowed me to branch out on traveling, branch out on meeting new people and cultures, and just be able to try something without, being so apprehensive about it.
Got you. Now let me ask this. Did you see any sharks down there?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Because I was going to say.
What they told us is that there's a rare chance of shark, to be in contact with a shark is very rare. And they told us, I don't know if they just told us this to, not scare us, but if you don't bother the shark, it won't bother you.
Whoa.
No. I saw the movie Jaws. No, they wasn't bothering him.
Okay, girl. No.
Because I always heard they mistake people for seals and all this old stuff.
Now,
but anyway.
listen, now you over there and you're scuba diving. You lost me when you said that.
Right. I'd be like, look, I'll wait on the shore.
I will wait on shore.
Wait on the shore.
Okay.
Because I don't want to encounter that rare chance. You know what I mean?
Yes, under the sea sounds nice, but it sounds nice for other people. It don't sound nice for me.
Right. And remember in Bad Boy 3 when they went into that guy's house and he was like, why you got to come in his house and call him the devil? Why we got to go down in the water and mess with these sharks in their house?
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, you stay in your house and I'll stay in mine. That's all I've got to say.
And we'll have a happy existence.
That's right. Happy ever after ending.
That's it. Yeah, I want to end on one last question. Reading your bio, I know that you are a person, young woman of faith. Tell our listeners how faith gets engrafted in who you are and what you do.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I was a Christian for all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Raised in a Christian home, attended a Christian school from 5th grade to senior year to who I am now. And reflecting on 14-year-old Amajae who didn't know how to start acting and constantly researched and tried to find ways in which I can branch out and become, network and connect with others. I believe it really started with my faith and just fully relying on, hey, God, okay, I understand you're there. I know you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just letting you take this from me.
There you go.
And fully surrendering myself to that concept. It has been hard, especially with going through senior year. I've been conflicted with a lot of doubt, a lot of questioning in my faith.
Mm-hmm.
And, as I said before, being surrounded by a Christian family, those who support you and those who, allow you to, it's okay to question, but make sure talk with us. Don't, reject your whole entire faith, So my family has really contributed to who I am and my firm foundation with my faith. Really, I thank them so much for that. And I also, I kind of want to, thank God for allowing me to do something that I love. Sadly, not a lot of people have that opportunity to do what they love, and they're a bit apprehensive about it, or they don't know how to carry about it. And basically, in my life and what I want to do, I kind of want to be a sense of an inspiring or a motivational role model,
mm-hmm.
especially for those who want to be involved in this kind of category of life, or this stage in life. where you want to pursue an acting, but you don't know where to start. That's something that I've been conflicting with. And honestly, God's been opening doors for me. And I'm honestly looking back, He brought me from a long way to where I am now.
Awesome.
And I honestly, at this time, I just want to thank Him, because I'm honestly speechless when I talk about this. But I just remember me constantly praying and being like, God, where do you want me to be? Where am I supposed to go? Like, am I really supposed to do this? Is this what you have planned for me? And just seeing it all come to a sense, it's a sense of awe that I have, and it's a sense of gratitude and just thankfulness. And, you know, my faith is definitely stronger now, just knowing what God has done and what He has in store for me. It's my sense of hope in a sense, anyway.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
That was very well said.
Very well said.
And I just want to add that the best is yet to come.
Yes, it is.
The best is yet to come for you. You're already being a role model, whether you know it or not. And the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I can assure you of that, because of the blessing, the calling, as they would say in church lingo, the anointing that's on your life. The best is yet to come. And so continue to be encouraged. And love it.
Love it. She get the bell.
She get the bell for that.
Yeah, she get the bell, honey.
Well, Amajae, you have been a phenomenal guest.
Yes, she
and this has been a lot of fun. Yeah. And so before we let you go, we just want you to, put your websites out there. If you, want people to follow you, your social media.
Definitely.
Yeah, put that out there. You know.
Okay, yeah. Please, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The username for both is AMAJAEHARDYJONES, Amajae Hardy-Jones. I'll say that one more time. AMAJAEHARDYJONES. You guys can follow me on both Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, my dear, you have been lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely in every way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And let us know how we can support you in any kind of way, because as we always say, once you come on the Kevin and Nikee show,
your family.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes.
And please say thanks to your mom and your family.
Yes.
And we are, please do. And we look forward to having you back in the near future.
We sure do.
Yeah, we definitely want to have you back in the near future.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. Well, take care and continue success and blessings to you.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, have a blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Isn't she beautiful?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah, she's a beautiful soul.
Beautiful soul.
She's a beautiful soul. So soft-spoken. You could tell that she has a good family upbringing. That permeated through her being, her voice.
Yeah.
And the way that she spoke, and presented herself, and the way that she articulated was very, very awesome. And so, yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Soul.
She's a beautiful soul,
Beautiful
and
soul.
I know she's going nowhere
but up.
all the way up.
Nothing can stop her.
She's going all the way up. Oh, wait a minute. We're supposed to sing a church song. My fault.
You know what? Okay, what's the church song for all the way up?
Well, let's churchianize it. Let's sing, we can change it.
Okay,
the church is always changing worldly song to make it.
I want to hear this.
All right.
Go ahead.
Let's sing it like This Is the Day, kind of little.
Go ahead.
All right. All the way up. All the way up. Nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. We're going all the way up.
Stop it.
Did I change it? Did I change it to a church song? Come on, Nick. You got to change. I changed it, right?
You know what?
I told you.
Mr. B gonna whoop you. You
no, you probably gonna be laughing.
Oh man, you get on my nerves.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, that was a fun interview. She's so soft spoken. And the thing that was so impressive, a lot of things that was so impressive about her, she was hitting what we talk about right on the nose.
Yes, she was.
And I'm not even sure if at times she maybe realized it. But she was hitting. She talked about the research. Mm-hmm. She talked about being able to take direction and adjustments. She talked about the networking. This is a relationship.
Well, that's how you know she is a serious actress because all serious actors and actresses knows about the research, and the networking.
Right. Absolutely.
They are
they better know those two. Yeah.
Listen, because it's pretty much those two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she knew about it, so that basically means that she's taking her career seriously.
Yeah. And here's the thing. And if she didn't know about it, it's a sign that she's on the right track, going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
And she got a strong backing and foundation behind her. Her parents.
That's right.
That's what that means. Her parents, are not going to let her walk into anything blind.
That's right.
So I know her parents are working, behind the scenes to make sure that she knows what she's supposed to know. So shout out to the parents. The parents get the bell. Yes, parents get the bell.
All right. That was great. That was great. Awesome. So.
All right. So.
But.
We're going to take a break. And
when we come back,
it's going to be time for news and sports.
The Scholars Professional Editing Firm consists of a specialized group of academic doctors, editors, and statisticians that keep doctoral candidates moving through the academic doctoral process by providing one-to-one group mentorship, all-inclusive editorial service, and produce writing advancements that result in exponential movement. The scholars conduct line-by-line editing, proof and copy editing, university-specific format compliance, and substantial done-for-you services on the following documents: doctoral theses, dissertations, capstone projects, research studies, research proposals, research papers, and oral defense preparation and presentations. The Scholars Professional Editing Group keep you moving. And for more information on the editorial services or doctoral accelerated mentor program, visit www.thescholarsedititing.com, or that's www.thescholarsedititing.com, or contact Dr. Hayes at 281-315-6053.
All right. Such a beautiful person.
Yeah, she really is.
Such a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, she really is. She really,
beautiful
really
in every way.
Yeah.
So now it's time for news and sports.
All right, it's sports.
It's gonna be good.
Philly's own Danny Garcia versus Granados results. Danny Garcia finishes Adrian Granados. Danny Garcia, reeling from 2 losses in the last 3 fights, made a hell of a statement this weekend, dropping Adrian Granados 3 times and handling the rugged veteran the first stoppage loss of his career. Granados 27-2 with 14 knockouts made it competitive in the first round, slightly outlanding Garcia 35-2 with 21 knockouts, but from there it was a one-way traffic. Swift dropped Granados twice in the second round, and his signature left hook and a nasty overhand right then proceeded to outland him for the rest of the fight. Granados, who normally makes up for a lack of the one-shot power with volume, simply didn't have the tools to turn the tide. So both the referee and Granados' corner expressed concerns with the beating he was taking, and when Garcia unloaded on the ropes halfway through the 7th round, the referee stepped in to call the fight. Garcia ultimately outlanded him 125-32. And then in other fight action this past weekend, we had the Crawford versus Khan card and results. We had Teofimo Lopez defeated Idris Tatali via 5th round knockout, TKO. Then we had Shakur Stevenson defeated Christopher Diaz via unanimous decision, 100-90, 99-91, 98-92 were the judges' score cards. Then Felix Verdejo defeated Brian Vasquez via unanimous decision, 97-93, 97-93, and 98-92 on the judges' scorecard. And last, but certainly not least, Terrence Bud Crawford defeated Amir Khan via the 6th round TKO corner stoppage. So, basically what happened was Amir Khan was just pretty much beaten up by Terrence Crawford. And after a low blow, Amir Khan, the WB World Welterweight title fight with Terence Crawford ended in bizarre fashion when he was pulled out by his corner after the low blow. Now, I was watching the fight. I watched the replay. It was a low blow, but it looked like he didn't really hit him in the groin. He hit him on the side, but we still know that can, that can definitely affect you. So what Amir Khan basically said is, I would never quit. I would rather get knocked out. Khan 32 said, I have never been hit below the belt and was in pain. I wanted to apologize to all the fans. The fight was just getting interesting. Boos rang out at New York's Madison Square Garden after the fight, and the BBC sports commentator Mike Costello and Khan said Khan could be in for a storm of abuse. And so it was a good fight. Terence Crawford dropped him in the first round. Amir Khan showed a lot of heart by getting back up and, taking it as far as he could. Showed a little, I want to say, recovery. But once again, he did get hit with a low blow. It wasn't in the groin area. It was off to the right side of the groin area, but yet it still was a low blow. And it was speculation that Khan's corner was trying to get the referee to make a disqualification.
Okay.
So if you get hit in the groin or get hit with a low blow, the rule in boxing is you get 5 minutes to recover.
Okay.
And so everybody was just saying, take the 5 minutes to recover. Take the whole entire 5 minutes. The referee was trying to get the fight started back again. Take the whole 5 minutes, see where you are, then get back into the fight. So basically, he went over to the corner after, trying to get himself together, and his trainer, Virgil, asked him, do he want to continue? And he said no. It was speculation that people thought that he was trying to force the referee's hand to call a disqualification against Terence Bud Crawford, but they're not going to make him lose his belt to a decision like that.
Of course,
not the champion. You're going to have to beat him.
Of course, you're going to have to beat him. You're going to have to fight that fight.
You're going to have to fight that fight.
You're going to have to fight that fight. No cheating.
No cheating.
No cheating.
Or no acting.
Exactly.
Yeah, no acting. No acting.
No acting. You have to fight that fight.
You have to fight that fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll fight it again.
That's
okay?
It. That's it.
So that's what you're going to have to do. No cheating.
That's it.
You're going to try and trick up his sleeve. He's going to hit me in the ground. I'm going to go down and try and make him do a decision.
Right.
No. You're going to be fighting that.
Yeah. So it was entertaining weekend of boxing. That's all I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are not going to like this. You're not going to like this at all. I'm telling you, because when I read the story, I was hot like fire, and not in a good way. Okay. I was heated.
So this a prequel to What's Bothering Nikee?
No, you know what?
It might fit.
It may be.
It just might
fit.
May be. We'll see. We'll find out.
It may be. All right, listen and check this out, guys. 24-year-old Emmanuel Aranda was arrested and charged with premeditated murder of throwing a 5-year-old off of a third-floor balcony in the Mall of America in Minneapolis. The little baby, his name was Landon. He was thrown from the third floor to the first floor, which is nearly 40 feet. And Landon, right now, he's suffering from multiple life-threatening injuries, which include multiple broken bones and severe head trauma. Now, listen to this. After throwing Landon from the balcony, Emmanuel fled the scene and was apprehended at a rail station in Bloomington, which is just 10 miles south of Minneapolis. And according to witnesses, Emmanuel had been at the mall quite a few times, like harassing people. And actually, he was not allowed to come back in the mall, but he found a way to get in the mall. He was in there, harassing women. And one woman he harassed so bad he was trying to get a phone number, and she refused to give him her phone number, so he threw water in her face. Now, Emmanuel told the investigators that he went to the mall with the intentions of killing an adult, but when that didn't work out, he sought sights on killing just anybody. So he walked over to this woman and her 5-year-old son, and the lady said, she saw him walking over to her. She was standing near the balcony on the third floor. She saw him walking over, and she was saying to herself, why is this guy walking over to me so quickly? So she started to move with her son. He went over there, picked her son up, and tossed her son over. And her son fell all the way from the third floor to the first floor. And so after speaking with Emmanuel's family, they were saying that he's suffering from mental illness and he can't handle rejection.
Yeah.
Okay. And Emmanuel is currently being held on $2 million bail and will face life in prison if convicted. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, Paul Seller, who is the public defender for Emmanuel, he pointed out that he want to try and see if Emmanuel can get in one of those, instead of spending life in prison, spend it in one of those facilities, mental illness facility, and what he's saying is that there are, which is some of the things that you say all the time. There are a lot of people out here who are dealing with mental illness that are walking around. So what we need to do is attack that head on. Don't just take them and throw them in jail, but attack it head on and say, okay, this is something that needs to be dealt with, because a lot more people than normal are walking around like this.
Well, he still needs to, he needs the help.
Yeah, he needs.
But he also has to own up to his responsibility for his actions. So there needs to be I want to say a dual component here. Rehabilitating or getting that mental health attention, and then also own up to responsibility for your action for throwing a baby over. But the difficult thing in all of this is mental illness doesn't have a look. People look normal in church when they're dressed up in their suits, or they look normal walking down the street. And there used to be a time some years ago, you kind of had an idea who those who were mentally ill because they were talking to themselves and nobody was there, or answering themselves. It was there were some signs like that that were more definitive indicators. But now, you won't be able to find out if someone's mentally ill till you make them angry or reject them. You know what I'm saying? And as you were reading the story, I'm going to tell you, Nick, the whole thing's going through my mind was this guy was mentally ill and could not handle rejection. I mean, it's like, because normally when someone's mentally ill or mentally unstable, remember, so whatever man think of in his heart, so is his behavior. His emotions is unstable as well. It's going to produce produce behaviors that are unstable. It's unstable to grab a baby and do that. You know what I'm saying? So how do we target this major issue, and then you can't discriminate. So our country has a lot of work to do.
Our country has a lot of work to do. And it's our thoughts and prayers are with Landon and his mother and his father and his entire family, as they surround this little boy who is facing life-threatening
illness, injuries,
and our prayer is that God will restore his body back 100%, so that he can get back to running and jumping and driving his mama crazy like he probably was doing before.
That's right, and living a normal life.
And living a normal life.
And you know what, Nick? It just brings you to yet another thought. It makes you very, very nervous, apprehensive, sometimes afraid and scared to to connect with people. What are you getting? Why you don't want to judge folks, why you don't want to anticipate, because you can forfeit, a good relationship that you could cultivate or build or network, whatever. But what are you getting? What are you getting to the point where a guy tries to talk to a girl and the girl says, no, I'm seeing someone. Does she have to be at risk of being shot and killed? And, that's where we are now.
That's where we are. And I remember, was it last year or the year before last, where this guy approached this girl for her phone number and she was like, no, I have a boyfriend, and he tried to shoot her. I remember that was on the news.
And I'm going to tell you, I have seen this progressional change. Like when I was younger, if you tried to talk to a girl and they said they had a boyfriend or they said they wasn't interested, you said, okay, sis, have a great day, that kind of thing. And you just went on and talked to the next one. As we got into the 90s pulled around with the crack epidemic And I think that's when mental illness
started to
take a height. It started to be heightened. It was always here. It was always here, but it started to heighten. Then you seen guys trying to talk to a girl like in the '90s to mid '90s. Try to talk to the girl. She said, "No, I'm not interested." Then you call her all kinds of B words and all kinds of this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Wait, but she wasn't a B when you was trying to talk to her and get her phone number. So had she given you her phone number, she wouldn't have been none of that. But since she rejected you, now she's all kind of B words and this, that, and the other. And now we done graduated to killing people and stuff like, it's crazy out here, man.
I give you my phone number. I see how you are now. What do I think you're going to do with me once we start dating? Right. I'm going to be walking around with broken ribs, black eyes, busted lip. No. No. I mean, it's getting so bad out here. It's getting so bad out here. Now, this young man is picking up innocent kids and throwing them over. Yeah. It's so bad. Because
of a deep-rooted rejection issue coupled with mental illness.
And he got to be mental when he actually told the police that he intentionally went to the mall with the intent to kill an adult, but couldn't find one that he wanted to kill, so he threw the baby over. He told him that.
Right. And you got to be mentally ill to do that. And here's the thing. I think that one thing that can contribute to helping is if you are around somebody that's talking like this. Because I guarantee you, if he told the police that wasn't the first person he told. You know what I'm saying? Because people who are outward about stuff like that, that's not the first person they told. We got to start speaking up. We got to start speaking up and saving lives, man.
Yes, we do.
We got to start speaking up and saving lives, man.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? We got to start speaking up and standing up and saving lives, saying, hey, this person, I think he might need a little bit of help. This is what he's saying. This is what he's da-da-da-da-da. And here's the barometer as to whether or not, I guess help or intervention can step in. If they're going to say that they're going to hurt themselves or somebody else, and that, you know what I'm saying, then intervention can step in. Yeah. Other than that, they got to wait for you to.
We got to stop being so scared.
Yeah.
We got to stop being so scared to the fact of to the point where we're just letting all kinds of stuff happen.
Yeah, it's out of control.
They got this thing, snitches get stitches, but y'all ain't telling nothing.
Right.
You're not warning anybody of anything, and you're just walking around like zombies, just letting stuff happen.
And I got to add this, for the people that adhere to the snitches get stitches and all that stuff, it's really, really hypocritical, because if it's their family, then they want you to speak up. If it's their family, their son, their daughter, then the snitch rule is off.
Yeah.
But as long as it's somebody else, then we got to adhere to this, this unspoken community rule. Or I want to say African American community rule.
And why y'all let somebody tell y'all snitches get stitches anyway?
Right.
How could y'all let somebody tell you that that's the code on the street?
Right.
Snitches get stitches, and
Right.
I don't understand that.
Right. And it's hypocritical, because, like I said, as long as it ain't their mom, their dad, their son, their daughter, their home getting invaded, their kids getting shot, their car getting stolen, then they're going to adhere to the rule.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, don't do nothing in front of me.
Man.
Don't do nothing in front of me, and don't tell me nothing, because I will sing like a canary. Man,
he right there. Oh, see them bushes? See his
Jordans
hanging out? His Jordans are sticking out right under that car right there.
It was at 5 foot. You want his license plate? I got all of that. I know his mama name, his father's name, brother, sister, everybody. You want it? I got it.
And here's the thing. That's why our communities are in the conditions that they are in. You know what I'm saying? And you know what we're saying is not popular. It's not going to be popular.
And it's not.
It's not going to be popular. But my whole thing is, this all I'm going to say, just adhere to the no snitch rule when it's you and your family. You make sure you don't call the cops. Don't call the cops. Don't inquire about who knows. All I'm saying is be consistent. If that's what you're going to adhere to, we can't stop you. But just be consistent when it's your family.
I know. Be all up on the news. Y'all know something. Somebody.
I wish y'all would speak up.
No,
did you speak up when it was somebody else's son?
That's right.
So just be consistent. That's all I'm going to say. Be consistent.
Right. Be consistent.
I can respect the consistent no snitch person. Because at least when it happened to you or your family, you like, dog, I ain't telling nothing. I ain't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling the cop because I'm no snitch, ride or die till we die. I'm cool with that. I respect that person. I respect that person 110%.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But don't be up there. Y'all know something.
Yeah.
Y'all know who killed
Please
her.
speak up. Y'all know who did it. Somebody saw what happened. But who did you speak up when you saw what somebody else was
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Wow. You know, you're funny as crap. One more story. One more story. Okay. The Game, man, he is in serious mourning over Nipsey Hussle. Mm-hmm. The Game has said that he is going to do one photo a day of Nipsey, and he said he's going to do it until the day he died. And that's a lot of photos.
That's a lot of photos.
And he's doing it too.
Yeah.
He's doing it. He's posting his photos on Instagram of Nipsey, him and Nipsey together, Nipsey with other people. And he's saying, I still have mixed emotions, you know, and he's saying there are so many unanswered questions surrounding the passing that he has yet to bring himself to understand the reality of Nipsey not being there. I'm like not being here.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just the saddest thing ever. He said, I look at my daughters and I think of yours. I look at my sons and I think of yours. I text your sister daily to make sure she's straight. I talk to Jay Stone and Adam every day just to make sure that the pieces are, kept in place. And he also checks to make sure that the businesses are running like they're supposed to. He has purpose in his heart that every single day he's going to do this. That's some deep mourning right there.
And you know what? You know what's so unique about this? He's from a rival gang.
I know.
He's from a rival gang.
And that's why it's so beautiful, because they were traditional enemy gangs. Yeah. Nipsey was on one gang, and
was he a Crip?
I think he was a Crip.
And the Game is a Blood.
Yeah. And also they had a photo on Instagram of these gangs tying their colors together. Yeah. And walking down the street, and you know what it made me think of? This is wrong, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, but it made me think of at World's End. At World's End, where all the ships, the pirates got together and they tied all their colors.
Yeah.
They got all their colors together.
That's right. I remember that.
That's what it made me think of. At World's End, they got all them colors together to go out and fight as one. And so all these gangs tied all of their colors together and they walked down the street as one, unified. And they did it in New York.
Oh, wow.
They did it also in New York.
And it's been like
Buster posted that photo of everybody all the gangs in New York coming out and tying their colors together, hoisting their colors up and walking together and to put an end to this thing. Yeah. This man is sad because his death has impacted so many people. Yeah. Now, just imagine if he can do this in death. Right. Just imagine if he was still here.
He was still here.
Just imagine,
because it was already happening while he was alive.
Yep.
It was already happening.
Yep. You know and everybody is trying to figure out how to put an end to all this game stuff, all this gang stuff. This man did it. You know, amazing, and it's beautiful, beautiful.
Awesome.
That's it. That's all I got. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. That was a lot. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's going to be my favorite part of the show. You're going to find out what's bothering Nikee.
Yeah, I got something for you too.
Right,
watch this.
He was up just
about taking it. When he comes at you like a girl within, there's no one home. He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. Uh-oh, he's been telling lies. He's a lover boy at play. He don't play by rules. Girl, don't play the fool now. I'm not believing he can touch her. You were always never number one without a doubt. When he is always screaming like a little slug under every remark. You've been working on the level. He's been only playing on the cover all the while. Take another look into his eyes and you will only see a reptile. You could find somebody better, girl. He could only make you cry. You deserve somebody better, girl. He's good cold in his eyes. Stay away from him, girl. Cold heart. Cold heart. Snake. Cold heart. Cold heart. Snake. He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. Uh-oh. He's been telling lies. He's a lover boy at play. He don't play by rules. Girl, don't play the fool. Look into his eyes. He's been telling lies. He don't play by rules. Girl, don't play the fool. He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. Uh-oh. He's been telling lies. He's a lover boy at play. He don't play by rules. Girl, don't play the fool. He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes.
He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes.
So that's the song you're gonna play in honor of my character. I gotta give you a hand clap. That was good. That was good. Give him a hand.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Right. I told you I had something.
That was good. In honor of my character for Pride.
Yes.
He's a cold-hearted
snake. Look into his eyes.
Boom.
Uh-oh. He's telling lies. Killing everybody.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, we are back. It's the Gavin and Nikee show on iHeartRadio. We are on iHeartRadio and all around the world. And now it's time for my favorite part of the show. It's going to find out what's bothering Nikee.
Man, okay, this is going to be part 2, and I'm going to be brief because it's still sad. The acting community in Philadelphia has lost another actor to cancer.
Wow.
You know, we're losing our people to this ugly, ugly, ugly disease called cancer. And once again, we're mourning, you know, and it's really sad. It's really sad. It's really sad because you have some people who are beating it, and then you have some people who are not.
Right.
And it makes me think about, is there a difference in the medication or something where some people are able to beat it and some people are not? And from what I hear, chemo is horrible from what I hear.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's one particular factor. I think there's a lot of factors that go into it.
Yeah.
You know, you got the therapy component. You have the, hereditary component. You have the positive, like remember Paul Anthony talked about he had to change the energy around him.
Right.
You have the magnitude of, like I remember I mentioned having done some research that they're calling in chaplains to help cancer patients deal with their pain and loss and letting that go, because by doing so, it will help generate healing within the body. So I don't think that it's one particular factor that determines who beats it and who doesn't beat it. I think it's a plethora of things that go into, who beats it and who doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what's his name? LL Cool J. His wife was battling cancer for a while and she beat it. I don't know if you got a chance to see this awesome commercial that he has with all of the actresses because his wife was battling breast cancer. Okay. And so he has a commercial with all of these actresses and they are talking about how she beat breast cancer, and I'm trying to tell you, it is just a beautiful, beautiful thing that that she was able to beat it. But then you have the sad part where there are a lot of people who are not even children are losing their lives to cancer. And now in our acting community, Trisha Graybill, she has gone home because she lost her battle with cancer. And of course, like there's different types of cancer. You have breast cancer, lung cancer, it's different pancreatic cancer. And so it's but at the end of the day, it does bring you back to the question in terms of why do some people survive it and some people don't. And I'm sure that the people, the why is on both sides, but then the people who are still here might be like, well, why am I still here when so-and-so didn't make it? And then those who are friends and connected with people who lose the battle too, we're like, well, why did they get taken from us? Yeah. And like I said, I didn't know Trisha personally. I was friends with her on LinkedIn and on Facebook. And you kind of get to know people through their videos and things like that. And she was a positive soul. Yeah. Positive energy. Just a bright countenance. Yeah. Wow. It's like, I'm just lost for words. Yeah. And then I hate to say this, I know some scoundrels that could have beat her home. Yeah. And and it brings us back to the wrestling part about life, about faith. Why is it that people who are out here raping kids, murdering people, stabbing people, seem like they live a long life, but then there's the people who are positive and into acting in the arts and making the world a better place are leaving us so early. I got a whole list of some folk, and this probably sounds bad. No, because I mean, all you gotta do is watch the news. Yeah. And you see the stuff that's going on, the evils that are going on in the world. I'm going to call it what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not at all, saying that this side is supposed to not be here or die or whatever versus this side. Maybe that is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just perplexing when good people leave us early. Yeah. And then you see people who are just unremorseful about the evils and wickedness that they're doing in the world, and they living a long life. Their health ain't failing and stuff like that. And it's just it makes you wrestle. And I'm saying that because I'm not the only one that felt that way. I went to a church or funeral one time, and matter of fact, it was my Aunt Carrie's funeral. And the pastor said, "I know a whole list of folk right here in the church that could have beat Auntie home." And I was like, oh my goodness. But because it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's like, all of the good people are being called home, but you got all these hell raisers down here. Yeah. But that also makes me think about that movie, the Left Behind series. Yeah, that's true too. The Left Behind series where God had called all of the good people and left all of the other people behind. So maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. Yeah. But
as the old folks say, maybe we'll understand it better by and by.
I tell you, but listen, you guys get a chance, check out that Left Behind series. It's a whole series. I think it's about 3 or 4 films. Yeah. About the rapture taking place. About the rapture. And people who didn't get caught up in the rapture were left behind. And they were seeing like people's clothes like on the floor who had just, I guess, got transported up and all of those stuff. So. Yeah, and it definitely makes you take a double look at yourself. Yeah. Like if and when that time comes, will I be ready?
Right.
You know what I mean? Will I be ready to go?
But yeah, that's a good thing, Nick, because we coming off the heels of Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, you hitting it right
will
on the
nose. Will I be ready? Will you be ready? I mean, if that were to happen today, right now, would I be one of the ones where my clothes would be sitting on the floor and I'm gone?
Right.
It definitely makes you think. Mm-hmm. You know, it definitely makes you think.
Or will you be one of the ones left behind saying, man, where'd everybody go?
Yeah, how about that?
If you one of them, you in trouble, man. So
listen, and then if you're sitting next to somebody and both of y'all still hear both of y'all in trouble.
Right.
Like, oh my goodness, what did you do? What did you do?
Right. What did you do? Yeah.
So, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with the Gray Bill family, you know, as they mourn the loss of Trisha. You know, Wayne Sherrod was still mourning his loss. Right. And as we can see, Nipsey is still being mourned as well. Right, so it's, you know, 3 good people. Loved by everybody. Loved by all. So,
tell people you love them.
Tell people you love them while they are alive, because when they gone, don't be trying to fall all on a casket talking about why Jesus. Yeah. Don't do that, because we all know that you're faking.
Right, or you're guilt ridden.
Yes, because you had plenty of opportunity to tell them before, you know, while they were alive.
And you plenty know what, Nick, and I said this last week when you did What's Bothering Nikee Part 1. Tell people that you love them. Part 1. I said, this is one of the reasons why I click hearts on everybody. Whether you're a man or a woman, I click hearts on everybody. And it's just simply my way of giving you roses while you're still alive.
That's right.
Because, you know, you just never know. There's nothing extra involved in it or nothing like that. I'm clicking hearts because this is my way. This is the reason I'm giving you roses while you're still alive, to let you know, love you, bro. Love you, man. Love you, sis, while you're still here with us.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing extra.
That's it. That's all I got.
I got you.
That's all I got. Tell them now.
Yeah.
Tell them now. Don't wait until it's too late.
Yeah.
What's that song? Don't wait till the battle is over. Shout now.
Shout now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know the song. Do it.
I don't know that song. It got to be secular. I got to change it to church. You know what I'm saying? No, just playing.
It's church.
No, don't wait for the. I don't know. I heard it before though.
Okay. You go ahead.
I don't know. I heard it before.
He'll know it.
It's talking about. I know the song kind of goes.
Don't wait till the battle's over. Shout now. You know, in the end, you're going to win. You're going to win, right? So, and that's all I know. That's that part right there. I don't know nothing else. That's it. That's all you need to know. That little one line will carry you through one day at a time. That's it. That's all I know. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. Right. Don't wait, guys. And if the Lord was to come right now, and you know what the funny part about it, and then I'm going to end on this. The funny part about it is that in church, right? They say this all of the time, and it never really hit me until I actually started saying it myself. If the Lord were to come today, would you be ready? Or would you have to hide? Like if he came to your house and knocked at your door and said, I want to come in and eat at your house, would you be like, would you open the door right away? Right away. Would you tell him, hold on for me. Let me clean out my refrigerator and you know, you gotta hide. The pastor gotta hide his wine and his beer. He gotta hide the wine, hide the beer. Shoving stuff under the couch and stuff. All your dirty magazines. Y'all, listen, he got X-ray vision. You know he can see. Right. That's right. He got X-ray vision. He can see everything. Matter of fact, he can see why he outside the door. Okay, he's just standing out there to be a gentleman. He done already surveyed your whole entire house. In fact, he could have just walked through the door. He could have. Now that I think about it, but he was just being a nice guy and he knocked through the door. Because he said I stand at the door and knock. That's right. And whoever let me in, I'll come in and sup with him, right? Yeah, or her. See, and that's that free will. Yeah. You open the door on your own free will. That's that's it right there. And he probably be outside the door looking through looking with his X-ray every time. Look at Pastor. Why you say that? You're gonna get it. Look at Deacon. Look at Deacon. He think I don't see this, man. You know what? This segment is over. I'm putting up the disclaimer right now. No, we need this segment is over. Yeah, we need to stop playing. All right, look, we're gonna move ahead. You make my hair hurt. All right, we're gonna stop that. That's it. I said, you know what? Mr. B is not B. It's him.
Anyway.
It's him.
All right, we're going to move. Let's move along.
All right. So we're going to, you know what?
What?
You going to get whooping. You keep it up. You keep it right on up. You going to get in trouble.
Oh, man.
All right. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's going to be time for my favorite part of the show. I'm going to look at his notes and make sure he ain't got no church stuff. Kevin's Corner when we come back. This is Kevin Nikee Show at iHeartRadio. We're everywhere, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
You've heard us again and again talk about how important it is in terms of living the life you want to live to raise your frequency. And how do you go about raising the frequency? Consciousness and vibrational frequency go hand in hand. When you're in a low frequency, you're in a decreased state of consciousness. Your perception is limited. When you're in a high frequency, you're in an increased state of consciousness and your perception is heightened. The lower your vibrational frequency, the less you are able to comprehend because your ego is restricting the flow of life force and source energy. It's also restricting the flow of intuition and love from your mind and body. The higher your vibrational frequency, the more you are able to comprehend because you are allowing a greater flow of life force through your mind and body.
I'm raising my vibration high. I'm raising my vibration high. Gazing at prophecies, sacred geometry, ancient philosophy, numerology and the waves of astrology. My vibration, I am raising it constantly. We need to be gaining autonomy and sovereignty, for this ain't a democracy. It's full of blatant dishonesty. They play us like a game of Monopoly. And yeah, they rape the economy when the politicians are creating their policies. They condition people's brains with psychology, so their agenda we taking subconsciously. Changing is what we need, rearranging what we see. Look at all the charities, yet still there is poverty. The aim is equality, and until that day there will not be peace. I'm raising my vibration high. I'm raising my vibration high. Being human, I'm bound to make mistakes, but I seek improvement and I keep it moving, so my seeds are blooming. What I'm sowing will have knowledge growing and lead the people to think. See you tuning to the peaceful music, the beat is soothing, so I keep it grooving with that positive polarity, so see you choose it. For the darkness I see it looming, so like a teenage mutant ninja turtle, I'ma protect the people from the sins that hurt all. I know that life is eternal and it goes round and round like a single circle. My third eye, which is purple, is internal and it sees everything external. Brings clarity when I'm thinking blurred thoughts. It shows me that my mission is to search more. I'm raising my vibration high. Oh yes I am. Oh yes I am. I'm raising my vibration high. Raising my vibration high. Oh yes I am. I'm raising high. I'm raising my vibration high. Vibration high. Vibration I'm raising my vibration high. I'm raising my vibration high.
You're listening to the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. Yes, I like that.
I'm raising my vibration high.
I like that. You know what? You be having some really good music for Kevin's Corner by way of the DJ.
Yeah, you did.
By way of the DJ.
You on the wheel.
So you can check out what Kevin is listening to on our Instagram page. We're gonna post what Kevin be listening to on our Instagram page, and also you can check out what Nikee is watching on our Instagram page, what we've been listening to for the week and what we've been watching for the week. Check all that out on our Instagram page.
Yeah, awesome,
yes.
Yeah,
We are back. It's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We are back. Yes. Right. I love that. Yeah. I really do.
Yeah.
I really love that. And it puts you in that mellow mode groove, right?
Yeah.
And so as I was, playing it and everything, I had my ice in my head. I had my lemonade right here, and a cool breeze was just blowing by because I'm sitting on a lawn chair, and it's nice and sunny, but you got that cool breeze just blowing, and you just, your mind is just on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
That's what I was picturing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love everything about it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So now it's time for my favorite part of the show, Kevin's Corner. What you got for us?
All right. We're going to continue our series on the signs that you are operating and or living on a high vibration. You heard this song, I'm raising my vibration high. And so we're going to continue to talk about those characteristics. So last week we talked about number one characteristic in no order, but not limited to, you're emotionally balanced. Number two was you are grateful for what you have. So for this week, we're going to deal with number 3 and number 4. So number 3 is you are open-minded. Okay. So rather than having a fixed idea of what life should be or like, or how people should be, or how people should be like, or ought to behave, we approach life in an open-hearted and open-minded and curious way. We realize that our way might not be the only way, and it might not be the right way for everyone. And because of this, we avoid making judgments about people, circumstances, and situations, and prefer to stay open-minded, open-hearted, and curious to see what we can learn. So just to paint a picture, if you have one person standing on the left side and the other person standing on the right side, and you put a number 6 facing the person on the left, well, to the person on the right, it's a 9. If y'all get the picture that I'm painting. You got a person on the left side, person on the right side. The person on the left side sees the number in the middle as a number 6. So the person on the other side of the 6 sees it as a 9, which is a 6 upside down. But they both arguing about who right. No, it's a 9. No, it's a 6. No, it's a 9. So if we be open-minded to people's perspective and point of view and how they're seeing it, we might say, wow, it's a 9 from my side, but it's a 6 from yours. You see what I'm saying? But the tendency is to be, it's a 9, and I don't care what you say, it's a 9. And the other person is like, it's a 6, and I don't care what you say, it's a 6. And so that's a characteristic that you're operating on a high vibration. You leave room for you to be wrong, but possibly be right. All right. Number 4, you are self-aware. As our energy frequencies rise, like you heard the song, I'm raising my vibration high, we begin to think more carefully about the best way to live our lives. We become conscious about the effects of our words and our actions on others, and we try to make sure that we're always acting in the highest good of other people. Mm-hmm. But that self-awareness comes from knowing our own thinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to predict behavior, all you got to do is just assess the thinking, because whoever man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Or so is his behavior.
Yes.
And so there's a self-awareness, there's a self-consciousness in terms of, and we're not talking about therapy towards self, though there is. We're just talking about being aware. You know, we need to be aware of what our strengths are. We need to be aware of what our weaknesses are. We need to be aware of what our triggers are. And we need to be aware of, what am I thinking when I'm feeling a certain way? You know, I mean, these are all ways that we can help improve ourselves. But if you don't know what you need to improve, or what you need to give attention to, what you need to do more of and do less, well, how can we change? And how can we raise our vibration high? So I'm excited about this series, man. And we're going to keep bringing 2 more characteristics each week. So we got the 2 this week, which is we're open-minded and we're self-aware. And part of that self-awareness is also knowing your pain. You better know what has hurt you in the past that's affecting you right now. You need to know, is it affecting you in a positive way or in a negative way? Because our experiences shape our thinking. This is that self-assessment that we need to sometimes give a lot of attention to. Just like we study our lines and things like that. Well, we need to make that same kind of investment in self.
Yeah.
Because our life experiences, good, bad, and ugly, is affecting us and is affecting how we connect and or relate to others. And we want to just be able to be aware so we can change our thinking. We talked about the 2190 rule, so we can ultimately change behavior, so that way our existence can be at a high level and we can connect with other people on a high level, so that we all can, you know, raise our vibration high. That's it.
Love it.
That's it.
That's some good stuff right there. That is some good stuff right there. Well, all right.
Let's put it out there.
Put it out there.
All right. Before we put it out there, once again, man, on behalf of me and Nikee and the Kevin and Nikee Show, we want to thank y'all so much for tuning in each week so faithfully and listening to our show. We do what we do for you, and from the top, middle, and bottom of our hearts, thanks so much for all of your support. I'm actor Kevin D. Benton. You can find me on Facebook, Kevin D. Benton, on Twitter at Kevin D. Benton, and then you can find us on YouTube. Actress Nikki Warren, actor Kevin D. Benton, and check us out, man. Follow our journey. And, hey, look, follow us, we'll follow back.
That's right. That's right. And you can find me on Facebook, Nikki Warren, on Twitter, at Nikki Warren, on the gram. Hello, I'm Nikki. That's spelled HELLOIMNIKEE. You can find our show on Facebook, The Kevin Nikee Show, and on Twitter, at Kevin Nikee Show.
Kevin Nikee Show.
Kevin Nikee Show. I don't know why I get so tongue-tied when I say that.
Because you're just saying the N in the middle.
I know. Yeah. At Kevin Nikee Show, and on the gram. The Kevin and Nikee Show. Yes, you can find our show. And listen, you can also find us on YouTube. We got some stuff up there. You know, check that out. On our Instagram page, check out what Kevin has been listening to and check out what Nikki has been watching. Those are 2 new segments that are coming to the Kevin Nikee Show.
Okay.
What Kevin has been listening to and what Nikki has been watching is coming to our Instagram page. So check that out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns regarding our show, hit us up, the Kevin Nikee Show at yahoo.com. You have any questions, comments, concerns for Amajae? Hit us up, the Kevin Nikee Show at yahoo.com. Send us an email. We'll read it to her and get the answer and read it back. And like we always say, who knows, your letter can be featured on our show. And Remember all of the events. We're going to be reminding you, but remember all of the events that we got coming up, all of the film events that we got coming up. We want to see your face in the place.
Yeah.
Come out, celebrate with us. It's going to be an awesome summer. I can already feel it in my bones.
Positive vibes only.
Yes, positive vibes only. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah. So come on out and let's party it up together.
That's right. Like we talk about network and all that.
Network.
Meet
network.
That's it.
That's right. That's right. That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
You got anything else?
That was it.
You ain't got no more?
Nope.
You ain't got no more pasta? Mm-hmm. You sure? You're going to get a whooping. I'm telling you. It's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We're everywhere and we're out of here.
Peace.
Tell you, as far as I can clearly recall, my love has been here for you, so you don't have to worry at all. I'll sacrifice my time, I'll make sure you're satisfied, and there's no hard thing to the joy I'll bring. I wanna give you all my love, that's all I wanna do, every day and every hour, baby. Don't you love no more? My love is yours. That's all I wanna do. Every day and every minute, every hour, baby. Don't you love no more? My love is yours, baby. I'm in need of your love, and you got that touch that I need so much, and I am about to explore freely, completely, everything you want. Good love down to the last drop, and I'm not gonna stop. That's all I'll do, and every hour, babe. Don't you love no more? My love is yours. That's all I wanna do, and every hour, babe. Don't you love no more? Is all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. Loving you, say loving you is all that I wanna do, baby, baby, baby. Hey, I'm loving you every day. Don't you love no more?
You have been listening to the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio.